everyone, it's SK95. Welcome back to more Kirby and the Forgotten Land. In the last part, we continue on Leongar Forbidden Lands, and in this part, we're going to hopefully take on and see if we can find Elfilin. Now, before we do that, of course, there are some things we want to take care of here. I will be cutting ahead after we get going to the area, because we're going against the bosses. So once we get bosses, we can have a better idea how to do this. Inhale, sleep, and I'm going to be meeting you guys after my stats are maximized. So, be right back. Alright, and we're back. Unfortunately, Deep Sleep's biggest caveat is the fact they can only do it once per upgrade. We have to go to the shop and upgrade the rest of them. So, going to the final battle, we're going to want to equip whatever we want to equip. But, we'll just go into that, and I'll meet you guys at the Leongar Forbidden Lands. Alright, and we're here in the presence of the king. And you know that portrait. Yep, we're fighting Dedede again. Nothing a lot more industrial, that's for sure. We're getting closer and closer to the end of these Forbidden Lands. Now then, we have a good selection of power-ups right now. We're gonna take Meta Knight's Sword. I should also mention something about Meta Knight's Sword that I forgot to mention. Double HP still counts the Meta Knight's Sword as max HP. Until the bar goes down by 1, Meta Knight's Sword will not vanish. Anyway. Forgo Dedede, his primal nemesis. Forgo Dedede uses 2 hammers instead of just 1, which is instantly more dangerous. He uses fire attacks with that extra attack. You can also manage to make sure Dedede gets hit. However, when his tornado attack has him spin around rapidly, and he'll get very close if he does it correctly. However, after 3 spins, he'll get dizzy. This is your perfect opportunity to spin attack him. And he's going to do his normal pounding attacks. Oh boy, that is his bigger attack. You want to be very careful of that one. It will definitely deal massive damage to Kirby. Drop this and inhale the hammer immediately. Forgo Dedede now goes into a berserker-like rage. Wild Hammer. In this state, Forgo Dedede is definitely acting a lot more animalistic. He'll start turning around and then he'll start charging at Kirby. After 3 charges, he'll eventually fall. Smack! As you can plainly tell, we did a massive amount of damage to Forgo Dedede already. He'll start pounding the ground. This is the opportunity moment to also make sure you dodge correctly. He'll get tired out after several charges. Unfortunately, this also leaves himself own roll afterward. Oh, doing a body slam attack. It's the same as his normal body slam attacks in his normal games. So be very careful. Also, you cannot go near the lava area. You will still take damage. As a result of this, timing is appropriate. We only managed to get 2 hammer whacks out of it. Yeah, you want to run now. While inhaling, he's actually pretty vulnerable. Go. Charge! There we go. We smacked the ass out of Forgo Dedede. And we did it without taking any damage. Don't get hit by Forgo Dedede's fire attack. And don't get hit challenge, like all bosses. And we completed this boss fight. We definitely cleared this out without having to go back here again. That's awesome. Better help Dedede up and see if he's okay. He's back to normal. His eyes are no longer glowing red. Huh? It's a stampede. Dee gives himself up in order to make sure we can get through okay. And now we're at Lab Discoveria.
Automatic language detection activated. Authentication system activated. Authenticating. Authenticating. Entry code approved. Initiating facility navigation protocol.
Welcome, visitors, to the Dream Discoveries Tour of our science facility, Lab Discovera. On this thrilling tour, you'll be introduced to the ultimate life form, specimen IDF-86. From the moment IDF-86 arrived on our planet, it began a campaign of destruction that threatens the native wildlife of our entire world. Luckily, our research team managed to capture it before it could complete its invasion. Once it was contained, our lab began studying IDF-86's spatial teleportation ability. Research that laid the groundwork for the planetary warp technology we enjoy today. However, 30 years after our research began, a warp experiment incident occurred in this facility. A new life form, separated from the main specimen, escaped in the aftermath. That new subspecimen has yet to be recovered. In the time since, IDF-86 has shown no signs of activity. It is now kept in a state of permanent stasis within the custom-made Eternal Capsule here on the top level of Lab Discovera. And here we are. Let's meet the ultimate life form, specimen IDF-86.
Alright, it's definitely a lot creepier, that's for sure. Poor Waddle Dees. Take a good look, pink intruder. Isn't this a beautiful sight? You're not even seeing the Great One in full form. They're incomplete without their other half. Long ago, the Great One granted the people of this world a miraculous power. Those people left this world behind and entered a land of dreams. Once the Great One is complete again, I know we will receive this miraculous power. We, the ones left behind in this forgotten land. And now, the time has finally come. That's right. This small creature here is the Great One's missing half. Finally, after our planning and effort, we can help the Great One reach their complete form. We've dreamed of this moment for so many years. If you dare stand in our way, we'll feast on your hide. This is King of the Beasts, Leongar! One of the major enemies of the game, and the one that's caused this entire incident. He's going to do a lot of slashing attacks with his attacks. Be very careful to dodge. However, claw rates are only going up to 2. Thankfully, though, it makes his attacks very predictable. He does a charging attack when he does that. Charge up all the way and knock out his HP. Well, there goes my normal hit. Alright. Alright, we hit him again. But something seems definitely wrong with Leongar. He's definitely acting more animalistic. Be very careful of these attacks. They have a long range. First he does that slash attack. Then he does that slash attack. Then he does a third one. Let's see. Before time unfreezes. Oh, jeez. Now he's currently attacking with his jobbing mouth. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, jeez. Leongar knows how to fire lasers. As you can plainly tell, the damage buff, without that damage buff, we definitely do minor damage. Very careful with damaging attacks that Leongar has. They have a wide radius. However, it seems he does get tired after a while. Dodge these attacks. Each close-up has its own animation, so if the attack, for example, has a weakness guard, time this appropriately, and deal massive damage to Leongar as quick as possible. Otherwise, you will not be able to take him down quickly. He does these charming attacks every 3 cycles. Now he should get tired, but now he's doing his laser attack. This attack has a large radius. However, I think it's about done. Leongar is defeated. Finally got Elfilin back. Alright. You dare. Plan ruined. Important plan needed. Labor opened. Vortex found. Workforce brought here. And yet error made. Irksome pink containment. Careful planning. Now wasted. No more planning. No more patience. Instead, everything shall be consumed. Oh shoot. Beast Pack got past data date. What? Seems a huge... that IDF-86 is mutating. Invasive species, Fecto-Forgo. As you plainly tell, this mutation is definitely horrifying. Our normal attacks will deal damage, however, at a certain point. Fecto-Forgo will slow down repeatedly. However, this hammer attack is not exactly the safest of attacks. He'll eventually charge and try to bite at you. This gives you a perfect weapon to actually slam it with massive damage. It will deal damage if it walks into you, though, so be very careful. Kirby's own running speed is priority in this. If you wish to upgrade your Kirby, it will definitely be recommended. Getting an offensive attack that has a long radius, for example, like Space Ranger right now, has the ability to hit Fecto-Forgo much faster. By doing this, it actually allows us to have more room. Dodging actually increases the amount of movement we have. Unfortunately, we cannot charge all the way. Eventually, Fecto-Forgo will get tired after doing a longer run. I'm gonna go with Cutter. Buzzsaw Cutter is definitely good in this area because guess what? We have walls! And the blade will always keep going. if you've decided to take fire when you fought Leongar, this is actually a very good opportunity for you because its constant damage does better damage against Spectro Forgo. Here comes another charge attack. There we go! Spectro Forgo is finally defeated. Oh no, Elfilin! It's missing half. Alright, so we need to go up there and get Elfilin back. This is definitely the final battle, as we can plainly tell. Get a maximum tomato, and now we have a max selection of power-ups. We can go in with anything we want. So, I believe to end this battle, I'd like to go in with Meta Knight's Sword, as it is technically one of my more favorite power-ups. The only power-ups that don't appear here are Time Crash and Sleep. Alright, so, it's time to go to the final battle. On top of this massive tower. Both halves are rejoined to create again. Ultimate life form, Fecto Elfilis. Power and psychic abilities have returned to Fecto Forgo, creating its original form. It started using long-range attacks first in order to deal massive damage to Kirby. Be very careful as these attacks do good damage to him. He does this cycle at least twice, and as you can plainly tell, shielding is a priority. Just be careful of attacks that do massive range. However, it leaves itself vulnerable after doing certain attacks. Oh boy. Does its wave attack again. Eventually, at a certain point, it will start going near Kirby in order to do a combo attack with it. This will target Kirby no matter what, however direction he is, because it aims at 360. Be very careful of these spears, because they will do damage, of course. However, you will also try to combo these with other attacks. As you can plainly tell, he's starting to do a different attack. A normal swipe. Second swipe. He's jumped back down, and he's now doing another charge. Dodge this. Alright, we got a little bit hit. We're okay with our double HP. Whoa, Nelly! This is a large attack will do massive damage to Kirby if it hits. Puffing does not do damage, in case you're wondering. Ah! Thank goodness we still have Sword Beams. A little early on me, but it's a little better than nothing. At a certain point. Oh boy! This is definitely a bigger attack, as this actually will spear Kirby if it gets hit. And as you can plainly tell, shockwaves are not your friend in this fight. Alright, we've hit the second phase. Now it starts releasing its dimensional warping powers. As you can plainly tell, now it's opening dimensions in order to deal massive damage by throwing meteorites at Kirby. This will do massive damage regardless. Be very careful. You see the shadows of certain attacks. Alright, okay. Dodge this attack quickly. This is the second time, of course. Then you just go for a stab. fight definitely has a epic music of Kirby's proportions. You gotta figure out which one's the real one. As you can tell, it'll start trying to heal its HP. Eventually, at a certain point, it will HP heal. So you want to be very careful of that, because it actually absorbs life form data. It starts going for 3 slaps instead of 4. And it keeps going and going. Be very careful of these attacks. And we're back to this cycle again. But instead, it does a little bit differently. More meteors. Don't let Kirby stay in one place, otherwise he will get hit. Some of these attacks will actually lead into Kirby. Dodge this. Whoa, no, I thought I dodged. You gotta make sure you time this appropriately, otherwise you're gonna get hit. Okay. We knocked him down. And it looks like Elfilin's trying to separate. Immediately Malfa mode. And shape rapidly as fast as possible. Elfilin still has control of his sphere, so he's going to aim at Kirby regardless. However, we've managed to separate them. Such incredible power. Whatever it's trying to do, it's going to be pretty bad. What is it, Kirby? Whoa, is that your home? That's Planet Popstar. Oh no, it's pulling Popstar through that huge vortex. It wants your world to collide with this one. We have to stop it. But how? this planet Popstar? Everything's being pulled in! We need to close the connection between worlds. Even if it takes all the power I've got. Hey, Kirby. Thanks for everything. Alright, and that is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This game is definitely a very enjoyable experience, and the first time Kirby went into 3D. And as you can plainly tell at the end of the credits, Kirby and Elfilin still remain friends, and even between worlds. The Effecto Forgo finally defeated, brainwashing has stopped, so the Beast Pack no longer our enemy. So, thoughts on the LP. I'm going to say this right now, this game was a lot of fun to do, and it was also a lot of fun to play. Because this game is definitely a first experience for Kirby. He hasn't been in the 3D realm since the Kirby Air Ride days. And it definitely shows that this game has a lot of potential to keep going forward, if they continue to go with the style. The 3D realm is definitely a lot of possibilities of different power-ups and etc. I can't wait for a day where we can see real Kirby and other Kirby abilities that can actually be in the 3D world. So, while these credits roll, I want to look back and say that this Forgotten Land definitely seems similar to an ancient civilization that hasn't appeared. And it's clear that this ancient civilization in the Land of Dreams might be similar to Hawkitations from Kirby Return to Dreamland. After all, they had the ability to mess with portals back then, especially Magolor. So, I think this is it. I have nothing else to talk about how amazingly epic the game was. And how the boss fights were. Each one had a scale of difficulty that felt fair for the game. Especially when we reached the final battle, which gave us 4 boss fights in a row. And I will say right now, it was a lot of fun doing. Thank you all so much for watching, and please continue watching as these credits roll. However, one lost soul, the King of Beasts, to be continued.